What's up, YouTube world? In today's video, I want to share with you some information that I enjoy as a viewer on YouTube. I'm going through a bumpy road right now. One of the things that I enjoy in YouTube is I like to look and try to find items that sell at over $50. I would love to have a store full of items that sell for over $50 each, and maybe only sell 4 or 5 items a day and make as much money potentially as I'm making now selling a lot of items per day. So the higher priced items can bring you more money on return per item. Maybe they're not as easy to source, but when you find them, they flip really quick, and they're usually quick turnaround. Usually they don't stay on the in your store long. So today I was going to share with you, the title says 10 plus items that sold for over $50. Yeah, I was only going to do 10, but last night I sold 2 items that sold for over $50 each. So I'm going to share with you my last 10 plus 2 items that have sold for over $50 each. I wonder if the adventure of a full-time pastor, a part-time reseller, would be interesting, informative, or entertaining. Find out on this episode. The man, the myth, the legend. Maybe not a myth or a legend. Ladies and gentlemen, Reverend Resale. Hey y'all, in today's video, as I said at the beginning, I'm going to share with you 10 plus 2 items that have recently sold for me, that have sold for over $50. Now, there are a few of these items that were lots, but they're similar, and I'll show those to you. But most of these are one-off, single items that have sold for over $50. Now, this $50 does not include shipping. There's a couple of cards that were free shipping, but they were well over $50. And even my cost in shipping, it did not knock it below $50. So many of these items you will be able to see on whichever side of me that I put the item. You're going to be able to see the price in which they sold for, and maybe even shipping will be added. Now, a lot of YouTubers have told you, if you watched a lot of our videos, sometimes the shipping price that you see on the screenshots that we take on our phones are not accurate, because for whatever reason the app is still showing what it would cost if we shipped it to ourselves or our next door neighbor. So just taking that into consideration. Like there's a one that I'm going to have on here that has like $50 for shipping. Of course, it's not going to show that. But what I want to do is I want to start with item number 10, and I'm going to work my way to item number 1, and then I'll share with you the 2 items that sold last night that I've not even shipped yet. 10 plus 2. So item number 10, and yes, you probably shouldn't be surprised. It was the very last Rawlings catcher's mitt that I sold. I actually sold it for $54.99 plus $8.40 shipping. Man, these were great. I think I had 10 or 12 of these gloves that needed to be repaired. I found these at a source. I also want in the video to sort of share with you where I sourced these at. I sourced of about 70 gloves for about $600. So I had a little bit less in each one, a little bit less than $10 per glove. But some of the gloves that I originally bought, some were not even broken. Some were brand new, and they sold for $100, or one I think sold for $140. So really, I did not have that much money in any of these gloves. But this one here was item number 10. It actually sold on February 11th, and it sold for $54.99. If you watch Commonwealth Picker, Commonwealth Flipper, he had a video recently where he shared with you a lot of Coleman lanterns and how fun they are to ship. Well, I found one, already had one before he put out the video. I made a sale of this Coleman lantern. It was in the box. It was not new, but it was lightly used. It was a 1981, March of 1981 lantern, and it sold for me $65 plus $11.95 shipping. That also sold on February 11th. So the 9th item that sold for over $50 was a vintage Coleman lantern. All right, and then we get into the fun stuff. Item number 8 is a Garrett Ace 300. This is a metal detector. I enjoy metal detecting on the side. I don't get to do it as much as I would like to, but I own a metal detector. This exact unit is what I own, and I know how much I paid for it. So I have a discount store that's here in town that they get pallets and they get returns. And I saw these on the shelf one day. There were 3 of them, and I paid $50 each. And this one here sold for $135 plus $10.95 shipping. $50 into $135. So I ended up making about $60 on this one. The next one is very, very similar. The next one was even more complete. This one sold for $174.99. It was also a Garrett Ace 300, but this Garrett Ace 300 here, you can see in the picture, it has all the earphones or headphones were new. Everything in it was still new and very lightly used. So I really got a little bit better on that one. $174.99 plus $11.95 shipping. Next, I bought around at the same time. This is a lot of 3. Now remember, this is a lot of 3. But this was Konica Minolta toners. This went for $65. Ink, toners, office supply. If you find stuff like this that is recurring, that people are going to be needing, they have these older units, you can actually make some good money. Bolo, make sure you check out inks if you have not heard. I'm sure that you have. Item number 5 was also a metal detector. This metal detector here was a Garrett Ace 400. I tested it, made sure everything on it worked. It did, found it at the same time. It was a lot of 3 that I bought. This one sold for $245 plus $16.25 shipping. Great Bolo. If you find metal detectors, even used metal detectors, Garrett is a really good brand. There's some other, White is a good brand. Can't think of any right off the top of my head. But metal detectors are good items. If you can find them, pick them up. You can break them apart, put them in smaller boxes, and they sell really, really well. Item number 4, trading cards. I've kind of got into trading cards. I've always collected, not really been heavy in collecting. I collected as a kid. I know opening packs is really, really fun. But this item is 2019-2020 Prism, Panini Prism. This is a silver refractor. This card, it shows 99. I'll actually show another screen. I took an offer on this one for $140. Was happy to make this sale. I already got positive feedback. This was a great card, and I was happy to make this sale. This set has some very valuable cards in it, so I actually went and bought a hobby box of this. Paid, I think, $225 for the hobby box. Hopefully Nikki T's not watching. But I made my money back really quick on just a few cards, and I had others that have sold. I was really looking for the Zion Williamson rookie card. If that one was in there, boy, I would have really made some. Some good money on that box. But this was a great find. Basketball cards, baseball cards. Make sure you notice 80s, 90s. Some of those cards are not worth the cardboard they're printed on. But some more recent, 2010 and forward, I would look at those cards, pay attention to them. There's some rookie cards, some guys that are playing now. There are some cards that are very, very valuable. This is a set that has cards in it that go for over $60,000. Pay attention to trading cards. All right, next, item number 3 is the next. Item number 3, did I do that one? Yeah, item number 3 was $250. This is another Garrett Pro that I found. This one went for $250. This is the one that went for like $50 shipping. I went back after I found the 3, and this one was on the shelf. I bought this one. I paid up a little bit more, $100, but I knew that it was going to sell for about $250. So I was happy in doubling my money on that. So that item was item number 3. Item number 2 is almost the most recent. This is a 2020 Topps Gold Foil Bo Bichette rookie card. This one has not been paid for yet. It's going to be paid for today or tomorrow is what he says. $68.10 plus shipping. I think it turned out a little bit over $70. That was a good card. Happy to make that sale. Next is a longer tail item. This is the last item before the two that I sold last night. This is a lot of Disney Mickey Mouse porcelain trinket boxes. There's a lot of these. There's 9 of them. I actually had these started out at $149 and just kept coming down, and finally they sold just the other day, $74.99. I shipped them out yesterday. Was happy to make that sale. Little trinket boxes, it's amazing. Glass, there's a lot of Bolos that you would not think unless you look them up. When you look them up, you might find that some little trinkets, some little collectible things have some real value. And then today, I actually had 2 sales that I've got to ship out. It's $229 or $129. I've got a few items that I've got to ship out in just a minute. Here are the 2 that sold recently. Let's see, number 1, the first one that sold that I'll share with you, sold for $109.99. This is a Yamaha, same place that I have purchased, the metal detectors. I bought this with a lot of Yamaha boat parts. I had 3 of these. This is the 3rd one that sold. I paid, I think, $90 for the whole lot. This one sold for $109.99. I've already sold 3 of these at the same price. So boat parts, used parts sometimes don't sell for that great. But if you've got new parts in the box, look them up. There may be some great value. And the very last card, this is a card, it went for $75. It's a 2019 Star Wars Rise of Skywalker costume relic. There's only 25 of them made. I got top dollar on this one because it was number 1 of 25. So because of that, I got top dollar. I had it in a magnetic holder, one-touch holder. This one went for $75 plus free shipping. So I just wanted to share this information with you to be on the lookout. There are some items out there. I think we would all like to have our store full of items that are valued at over $50 because you can make these sales and make some good money if you can source them and if you can source them at a good price. So keep your eyes open. Here's my tip of the day. Won't charge you a dime for it. I'm not getting AdSense or anything. Not even got to 500 yet. So hopefully we'll get to 500 viewers and we'll be able to do that giveaway. But here's the tip. The tip is, what is the best thing you need while sourcing? And my answer is your eyes. Keep your eyes open. Look around. See what's for sale on Facebook Marketplace. See what's for sale in different places. And you may be surprised of some of the items that sell. Some of the items that are there that you can actually make good money off of. These are items that have sold today. It's February 26th. So in less than 2 weeks, I have 12 items that I have sold part-time, fun time as an eBay seller for over $50 each. I appreciate you watching this far. If you watched this far and you're not sub, man, I'm not too proud to beg. I would be happy for you to sub to the channel. Comment. I would love to hear some Bolos that maybe you have that you purchased recently. I appreciate you watching this far. Give the video a thumbs up. If you watched this far, as always, I know no other way of closing out a video than saying deuces and may God bless. See, I told you he wasn't a myth or a legend. Just a regular dude selling on eBay. Thanks for watching. My cat just walked up. I have to introduce you. Skylar doesn't like being on camera. This is Skylar, my cat. Look here, Skylar. This is Skylar. She doesn't like to be held, but I'm happy she's let me hold her for a minute.